Sunday, February the 4th, 7:20 a.m. Talk a little bit here about metal detectors. You know, a lot of you all out there, when you pick up your metal detector, depending on which model, it could have some of sharpshooter's fingerprints on it. How about that? Yeah, I know there's some people that don't like my accent. Maybe they think I'm a dumbass, you know, or whatever. But what I just said is true. You see, I joined the Dankowski Forum back in 2011. And I was using detectors, you know. And I started noticing some things, you know, and thinking about some things. And I started posting what was on my mind. You know, this updatable detector, you know, I started talking about this. Of course, now XP done had one, but 2016, you know, I started hee-hawing about this. Of course, you know, there was the people out there, you know, the critics. Well, think about this. You see how high shipping is? If an updatable detector, if all it will do is fix bugs, it's worth it, right? Oh, not to mention the fact you could get some added features, maybe some added performance, some altered performance. So that's where the industry has went, huh? How about that? Now, it wasn't my idea per se, but, you know, I'm not sure some of these other detector manufacturers, you know, were eyeballing XP, because XP, you know, back in 2011, 12, you know, they were sort of low-keyed, you know. Well, I kept using detectors, you know, and start looking at this, what I called hotkeys, which allows a user to navigate quicker, you know. And you got an electronic detector, you know, you can wire it where you can make choices faster, depending what you want to do with it. Well, you see the Manicore, DS2 has hotkeys. I believe the Legends got some. So that was another little subject that I brought up, because time is valuable when you're metal detecting. A few seconds here, a few seconds there, they all add up over, you know, a detecting outing or outings. And one of these hotkeys I suggested, now XP hasn't done it yet on this DS2, but you know, you start doing videos with metal detectors, and what I was noticing, you know, you'd be out there running headphones, and then you want to turn on an external speaker, and you had to go through all this song and dance bullshit, you know. It's like, well, wait a minute, why can't you have a hotkey where you can turn that speaker on? If you get over a target wearing a headphone, you want to turn your camera on and video it. Or you're out detecting with friends, you get over a signal, and somebody else maybe they got another model, or they got the same model, and they're like, well, what does it sound like? Well, all you gotta do is push the button, drop your headphones down around your neck, and you can let them listen to it. Okay? So you see, I was always out there watching for things to make these detectors more convenient to use, more efficient time-wise. And I posted about this stuff on these forums, and I even sent some manufacturers my suggestions directly. Alright? So yeah, you may be using a model that's got the old sharpshooter's fingerprints on it. I know some people might find that hard to believe, but it's true. You can go over and read where I talked about this stuff, and it's too coincidental, you know, that some of this stuff turned up on these metal detectors, huh? You know, you don't have to have a PhD to see things. You just, you know, just have a good mind, you know, a good head on your shoulders. And you use the equipment, you know, and sometimes we get into these patterns where we keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and we don't really think about, wait a minute, can this be done better? Procedurally wise, you know, we get into some ruts. Everybody's guilty, okay? And we just take it as that's the way it is, status quo, let it roll. Well, I'm not that kind of person. All right? You stop thinking about, wait a minute, what am I doing here? Well, this ain't no count. Can this be done better? Faster? Easier? So the industry has really changed a lot when you think about it in the last 3 years, maybe 2 years, you know. And these manufacturers, when they make these metal detectors, and I'm going to go out here and I'm going to say this, you know, there'll be some people, you know, they won't like what I'm going to say here, but whoever designed that Legend damn menu system, you need to have your head examined, okay? If Sharpshooter would have been involved with that project, he would have given that a grade F from the get-go. It's a bullshit menu system on that detector, okay? The layout, accessibility, the size of the icon, the whole thing stinks to high heaven. You got to make a menu system readable and smartly be able to navigate it, okay? And not be confusing. Now you notice Minelab with these Equinoxes and Manticores, they use a different style menu system. DS2 offers, you know, the XP folks offers a different menu system. Well, those are both better than the Legend. So you manufacture, and if anybody out there is testing a new model prototype for a manufacturer, you need to look hard at this. Be critical of it, okay? Just don't be a yes man or a yes woman. Because if it's an electronically updated detector, you know, maybe they can change it if it's a dog from the get-go. Okay? So that's going to do it for today, folks. Overcast here. It's supposed to be about 59 here today. I hope everybody has a nice day.